8-0. Oh my god, just end the season, man. It's nearly June. Oh, this is not a good day. This is not a good day, mate. Time to get home, mate. That's what it is. Ha! Hey, my days. Right then, I'm gonna stay calm during this, right? Because I'm not gonna go as mental as people are going online. Even local journalists and everything are losing the plot over this, saying Eddie House threw the youngsters under the bus. Oh, what a disgrace and all this. Wouldn't quite go that far, but I think getting beat 8-0 in any game, no matter who's playing, is always embarrassing. I mean, what is this? Sheffield United? I thought we were Newcastle United. I can't even be getting beat off 8-0. Well, I'll tell you what though. They're not called All-Stars for no reason other. These Harlem Globetrotters, these A-League All-Stars, hardly very fair, putting the All-Stars up against the youngins. They're all 16. They should be in school still. It's half term next week. They're going to be early. What's going on here? Do you know what I mean? What's this, summer camp for these lads or what? Because this, right. Even these academy players, right, and all jokes aside, it shows that we need serious investment in our academy. We really do. Right, we're taking over now. I don't think FFP affects your academy. So we've seen a couple of youngins, come in from other places. Obviously, Grand Kowal started today. Obviously didn't do very well again. The likes of Minter and stuff are on loan. Those are the real ones. But then even your Alfie Harrisons, who's been brought in from Man City, very highly rated. Why hasn't he made the trip? Why hasn't he been involved in that visit to Australia so they can actually see some good youth that we've got? And it's disappointing for the likes of Joe White and that, you know what I mean, Turner Cook, Alex Murphy. There's some good youngins that we rated that have been on Premier League benches this year, Travis Hearns and that, and they've just been embarrassed. I honestly, I don't really blame the kids. I don't think you can. I think, and like a lot of people are saying online, I wouldn't go as far as saying thrown in the bus, but I think you've surely got to mix in a bit of experience there with these young kids. You have to, man. You've got to have at least... Richie and Dummett have made the trip all the way to Australia. They're on a 24-hour flight to put out some flags. the video on Newcastle socials the other day, they're helping out with war flags on Wednesday at the Melbourne ground, cricket ground. Great, nice one, that's good crack. Why can't they play today? It just sums up their careers in the past few years in Newcastle. Fucking cheerleaders, flag bearers. Do you know what I mean? What if they get a contract extension? They're not going to be playing the Conference League next season. They'll be in the fucking Gallagher with the surfer flags. What's the point? I cannot believe them two haven't even played. You've got to chuck them in United. Dummett, Richie, even keep a Murphy going. Dan Burns still there. Keep a bit of a balance. I mean, Shola Amiobi was doing a bloody press conference thing yesterday, a fan event. Would have stuck him up front. Knock it on to Kowal. Might have had a chance then. My days. Honestly, I can take the mick out of it. I can see where people are coming from, and people are backlashing, as I've said in the title. They are going mad on social media. If you look on Twitter, my God, people are losing the plot. I wouldn't lose the plot too much. Listen, like I said, most of these kids are, 17, 18 that have been playing today. They've had no experienced heads on the pitch with them, apart from Mark Gillespie, who let in 4 and then got taken off at half-time. I think I should have got a game. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, just stick me. I would have made the trip. I would have had the game. Honestly, man. I feel sorry for the fans that have made that travel. Some fans have went all the way to Australia from the UK, from Europe, from everywhere. I mean, it's miles away from everywhere. So to make that trip and all that money spent, to then see that today is a disgrace. And even the game the other day, this was won on penalties. They got to see some of the stars, but at the same time, it was jet lag FC. Do you know what I mean? No one was trying, no one was running. It was a bit of a shambles. The whole thing has been pointless, to be fair. And it's all because of financial fair play that we're making these trips. That's the only reason they're playing a post-season tour when they went from playing Brentford in the Premier League straight on a flight to the other side of the world to then play another Premier League team 24, 48 hours later in Spurs. It's just a shambles. If that doesn't show you what the hell is wrong and how financial fair play and PSR is broken, then nout will. Honestly, nout will. This is a big reminder of sort out the rules, because teams are having to go to these extents. And it's just a joke, an absolute joke. Everyone's whinging yesterday when they're saying Trippier was injured. He was on the bench today, didn't come on, so maybe he is. But he came off after 32 minutes against Spurs on Wednesday. Didn't really look injured. House said he wasn't injured. They were just managing his minutes. But from not even getting a run out today was a bit weird, again. But there, look at Trippier could be on the verge of going to the Euros, his last ever international tournament, and he may get injured in some pointless, meaningless, ridiculous post-season friendly. Honestly, it's absurd, man. And do you know what it is? I think it's great for the fans that are over there. Fantastic for the fans in that side of the world in Australia. We've got a great following. We've seen that. For them to witness Newcastle in the flesh, you know, loads of them have been following the club for 20, 30, 40 plus years, never seen us in person. So that's amazing. But they've been robbed. I've had people messaging me on Twitter saying there was tickets for sale for $650. Only one of the stadium was half empty the day. What on earth, man? But when they're going for that much money and people are paying a lot of money to see the kids or to see a half-arsed team, it's not on, man. I don't mind these trips, of course not. But it shouldn't be now. It should just be a proper pre-season tour. And I know we're going to Japan in July, and that's great. But that's when you make these trips. You don't do them 2 days after the season finishes and play kids and play everyone who can't be arsed who just wants to go on holiday. I mean, Joe Linton isn't there today because he's going to get married in Brazil. And fair play to him. His graft's finished. The season's over. He's done his job. Right? Give him a fucking break. Honestly, man, it's how do we think of players' welfare and fitness when we put them through shit like this? It's just mental. Mental. And like I say, all them fans paying all that money to see we get thrashed today, bless them, man. I mean, my brother lives in Brisbane and his mate is a big Newcastle fan. My brother's not that arsed about football, surprisingly enough, I know. But just a golfer. Boring bastard, aren't you, Carl? But anyways, I'll send him this. You know, his mate, who he works with, is a huge Toon fan, follows the channel, so shout him out. Forgot his name, apologies. Sorry about that. But, you know, he watches the channel. He's going to send us a couple of videos from today. But he's been all the way to Melbourne, so it is still a couple hours flight, or it's even a 5-6 hour drive. So he's been all the way down there to watch them get beat 8-0, the first time we've seen them, 8-0. And he hasn't seen a single first-teamer. That's bad crack, man. That's bad crack. That's why I'm saying, if you're going to go to Australia, you're going to make these trips, do it properly. Do it pre-season. Do it when the fans get excited. You can maybe see a couple of new signings. You can see the new kits. Adidas are back. Yeah. All of this. Do you know what I mean? So you can see all that. That makes sense. That's fine. I mean, this was meant to be to grow our brand. We all know it's FFP and grab a few million and just balance the books. But if it's meant to grow your brand, what a nightmare they've had there. What an absolute PR disaster they've had there. Who the hell, if they don't support Newcastle already, they're going to start supporting them Australia now? Well, the All-Stars have just put 8 past to it. You're getting beat 8-0 off the All-Stars. Oh, I think I'll just stick to supporting Man City. Do you know what I mean? What an absolute shambles they've had there, trying to grow the brand. And then you put kids out. And you get pumped 8-0. My days, man. It's bad crack. And it is a meltdown on social media. Like I say, people are saying, oh, it's humiliating. It's embarrassing. It's pointless. Well, it is pointless, but at the end of the day, it's also meaningless. You know, that game means nothing. You don't even get a trophy. Why they're not giving out kangaroo-shaped trophies, I don't know. That would have been a bit of an incentive. But, you know, they're not even getting anything for it. So, you're not really bothered about it. I'm just bothered about the fact that the fans, who I think have been took the piss out of a little bit, I think the whole thing's just a piss take though, isn't it? Going over to do a post-season tour, 2 games in the space of a few days, it's just a mess, man. And look at Spurs that they only played the 1 game. We should have just played the 1 game, and then they should have just did more fan-orientated stuff, did open training sessions and meet and greets and stuff like that. That's what they should have done. Not chucked a load of kids to the wolves today, men versus boys, and get absolutely slaughtered. Honestly, man. Anyways, that's enough on that. Who cares? Thankfully, that is the end of the Castore era, the final end of the season eventually, and we can all look forward to the next one in the transfer window as things are hotting up with Kelly, Adarabioyo, Mamadashvili, the keeper from Valencia, apparently, working towards that as well. Some mad links yesterday on Bowen and Calvert-Lewin. Maybe I'll talk about that in a couple of days, but just initial impressions, load of bollocks for me. It's come from the Telegraph, so the amount of things they've got wrong is mad. Bowen would cost a shitload of money, and would he want to move from London? Don't know. I would love him though, be a top signing. Calvert-Lewin, big no. Big red flag. Oh, what we want to do? Want to replace Callum Wilson, the injured striker, with Calvert-Lewin, the injured striker. Smart. Don't want that to happen at all. And then I think it was the Telegraph also reporting that it's likely that Wilson will leave this summer. I've said that all along. I think Callum Wilson will leave this summer. Another one. Why couldn't he just play the day? Do you know what I mean? He's not going to the Euros. Or is he injured again? Probably. Anyways, attention focuses now to the FA Cup final tomorrow. Get your blue shirts out. We're all supporting Manchester City to beat Manchester United so we can get Conference League and at least some form of European football. So stay tuned. We might do a match reaction on that tomorrow when the game is finished. So give this one a like, please, people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. and enjoy yourself.